This episode is sponsored by Helping Hand. Helping Hand is a nonprofit based in Countryside, Illinois that supports more than 700 kids and adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. At Helping Hand, they believe that when perceptions begin to change, a more welcoming and equally valued community is created. Hi, everyone. I'm here with Lucy, currently a college student, but she got her start with Helping Hand as a marketing intern this past summer. And now she's helping launch something exciting this fall. Hey, Lucy.
Hey, Michelle. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm really excited to talk about Helping Hand and share with you what's coming next.
I cannot wait to hear about this. Lucy, tell us about your experience.
Oh, absolutely. It was such a cool and eye-opening experience. I helped with community events, worked on creative projects, and even spent time getting to know some of the amazing clients at Helping Hand. This experience has left such an amazing, lasting impression, and now I'm proud to be a part of launching Next Gen, an exciting new initiative empowering young adults to take the lead.
Well, look at you taking the lead. I think I might know a couple of high schoolers who might want in on this. Tell us more about Next Gen and its mission.
Yeah, Next Gen is a leadership group for students ages 16 to 22 who want to give back, get involved with the community, and enhance their college resume. We're just getting started, but here's the plan. We'll meet and plan monthly, host a fun, inclusive event every fourth Thursday of the month, and we'll work on spreading the word about Helping Hand's mission and its efforts to transform the lives of those we serve. There will also be chances to volunteer at Helping Hand's bigger special events. It's purposeful, it's creative, and you'll get to work alongside other young adults who care about making a difference.
So, listener, if you know a young adult who might be looking to make a difference in their community or perhaps enhance their college resume, well, look no further because Helping Hand Next Gen Leadership Group is an incredible way to get involved and lead with heart.
I absolutely agree. I'm so excited to stay involved from college because Helping Hand has really made an impact on me. And if you're looking for a way to grow, lead, and give back, this is it.
For more information, follow Helping Hand on Instagram at helpinghandil or check them out online at helpinghand-il.org. Well. What do we have here?
Well, we've got round three.
Round three.
Take
Third
three.
time's a charm.
That's right.
You guys, welcome to Cozy Conversations, listener. Michelle and I are recording. We've elevated our recording situation, if you will.
Can we call it a studio? Is this a home studio? What are we calling
a
this?
home studio?
A Frunchroom studio?
Well, let's get that out of the way, too. We are in my front room.
Yep.
But in Chicago, we call it
Frunchroom.
Frunchroom.
One word.
Which captions on Instagram translated that to French room, but it's not a French room. It's a French room.
Yeah, 100%
It's
French room.
Fronch room. French room.
Okay. Yeah, I can see it. And we're in it. So
we're in it.
And
This
it's
is
way
it's cozy.
more. It's cozy is an understatement because I was recording in my kitchen and oftentimes I had my mess behind me that I just pushed behind a cabinet so no one could see it. The dog would bark. People were coming in.
Yeah, this is better.
I'm here for this.
Well, with that being said, you guys, welcome.
Welcome to Cozy Conversations.
Yeah, I'm your host, Lauren.
And I'm Michelle.
And this is episode 356.
Wow.
Perfect.
That's it. We nailed it.
We did that. All right, we're still recording. Yep. For those watching at home, if you see me peeking over my shoulder, there's not a leprechaun over there.
Nope, there's no pot of gold at the bottom of that rainbow. We're just praying
that
white knuckling.
Yeah, white knuckling.
Yep.
Michelle, right. I think what we have to do is just do a good old fashioned catch up like we usually do.
Oh.
Before we got on, we were talking about Billy Joel. Yep. Not to be mistaken with Billy Joe.
Yeah, Billy Joe Armstrong, because no one called him Billy.
I thought his name was Billy Joel,
well,
too.
I
was actually
mistaken.
Really kind of like, wow, two musicians with the same name.
No.
And Billy Joe spells his name Billie, which bothers me even more.
Well, and then also, is he a J-O or a J-O-E?
J-O-E.
Okay. Interesting.
Not sure if I'm into it.
It's not every day that you hear a dude with a double L-I-E.
Double L, no, because isn't like Billie Eilish? Eilish? How do you say her fucking name?
Isn't she B-I-L-L-I-E?
I think so.
Yeah,
and
she is.
Bobby Millie? No, that's a different name.
Now, and I will tell you that my Mia's friend Bailey, she has a dog named Billy after the Billy goat. because of the beard here. So there's a useful bit of knowledge for the whiffs.
So
tuning
happy I
in.
know that.
Now you can sleep tonight.
Well, Michelle, now that you've brought up, now that we're talking about bands and stuff, I think I should tell you what I did last weekend.
Let me hear it.
We flew out to New York because Anthony, I don't even know how he came about this band, Labia Head.
Labia Head. Are we doing is this a pre-menopausal or a post-menopausal labia
These are
head?
young ladies. I mean, not young, like 20, but they're like our age. They're badass.
Okay.
And Labia Head is a all-female cover band for Radiohead.
Okay, so every song. So this was a Radiohead
cover
full
band.
Cover
this is
band.
All they played was Radiohead.
When you heard them, were you like, "Is Radiohead in here?" Did it?
The girl,
what did it sound like?
First of all, one of the guitarists is this chick, and I don't know her name, but she's in another band that headlined this concert called Guns and Hoses. As you can imagine,
hilarious.
It's an all-female band that sings just Guns N' Roses.
Super cool.
It was awesome. So this chick, she's the guitarist. She was sharing with the crowd that she dreamt up this idea to do an all-female Radiohead cover band and call it Labia Head. So that's kind of how it
I wonder what her
about.
dad thinks of the name of that band.
Anthony and I were actually talking about this because we were like, I wonder what her parent, and they should, I would hope that they're like you're
we
fucking
love
awesome.
It. You're cool.
Well, she's also, I got to get this girl's name. She's also, I think, a comedian. She's like, I don't know if she's classically trained, but she plays the piano. She's a violinist.
She's a legit musician.
She had her guitar and was using a bow.
Yeah,
and playing,
strumming it.
Yes.
That's badass.
And we were at the second only Labia Head show. And I got to tell you something, Michelle, we were having some technical difficulty. I mean, we've been trying to get this going for 2 hours.
Yep, we have. Nothing.
During her second show, this was her second show. I mean, at one point she had the sound guy or the sound technician because her guitar wasn't feeding.
Yeah.
And
that's
she played it so cool though. And she, she's I think she was kind of like the brainchild behind all of this, and her instrument wasn't even working. So I'm here to say that we had some technical difficulty and the show goes on.
Yeah, I have learned from recent experience. I mean, there's really no point flipping your lid over this shit because I mean, what's that going to do?
Although you guys you sounded like earlier when we were talking, you said I had a little bit of maybe that difficult.
Well, I was talking about me flipping my lid because I've done that in the past and I've since worked on those things.
You really have.
I have.
You've made quite some strides.
No,
typically Michelle would punch the mirror.
No, my heart rate would start to elevate.
But we all remained calm.
Everyone was chill. You just made a comment that you thought that you didn't think you would be like a diva person, and Anthony and I looked at each other and thought maybe you had some potential to be a bit of a pain in the ass.
Maybe a little. You know why? Because you and I are so different because you're just like knee-jerk Nancy.
Impulsive. Yeah. It's literally something that I'm telling you, yesterday Mia asked me something and I said, Mia, I am not going to answer this question right now. I am going to sleep on it.
You're really
because
working on
I
it.
don't want to respond without reflecting.
Okay, fair enough.
So, sure. In that moment, fine. It was great. Other times, am I doing it? Do I have slip ups? Yeah, I'm just human, man. I'm just human.
I just accused Michelle earlier of ordering the wrong size postcards for the Arzani show just because she didn't read the measurements correctly.
And do you want to know what I want to say? I want to
huge.
file that under... Lauren, could you fucking care less about the size of our postcards?
Oh, no, because it's more about the cost. You told me how much it costs.
That's because I bought 300 of them, a-hole.
Guys, I got to take the reins. Okay, so back to Labia Head and Guns N' Roses. Amazing bands. But what I wanted to tell you the most about was what the chick of the lead singer of the Guns N' Hoses band said. She was on stage and she was, and the first thing I want to say too, by the way, that these bands weren't kitschy. They didn't have hairband wigs on. These were
they were themselves
women that fucking rock.
Okay.
Yeah. And they leaned into the Guns and the GNR kind of thing, but they weren't it wasn't cheesy at all. I mean, at one point the girl had the guitar behind the back of her head and was fiddling her guitar.
That's badass.
They were amazing. At one point,
entertainers.
Two other girls, then they started kissing on stage.
Good for them. Good for them.
I was at the Brooklyn Bowl. It was at this venue. It was called the Brooklyn Bowl, and it's a bowling alley with a stage.
That's bad.
So, it was so cool.
Were people hitting pins?
No, I think by that time,
pins?
By that time, I think people had stopped bowling. But what I wanted to say is is Axl Rose, okay, right? The lead singer,
probably a lot prettier than what Axl's looking like these days.
Anthony, we're talking about
what were you guys talking about?
He's had a lot of work done.
He looks like a snapping turtle. I hate when he tries to go high. I'm like, I just stop. I hate.
Leave it to Michelle to find an animal resemblance to.
Well, because he was like such like a rocker, like a hottie back in his prime.
I know he was so like small too. He wasn't like.
No, he looks like he's been rode hard and laid
what is
out.
It laid
wet.
out?
I don't really know what it is, but he just looks very bloated.
Yeah, but he's snatched, man. He had a couple facelifts, I think. Like I said, he's got veneers. He's got some plugs in. He's living it.
I'm trying to be nice.
Be nice. So listen, so what she said was she was on stage and she's like, yo, what's up, you guys? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for spending time in this space with us. And then she kind of, you kind of leaned into the fact that she had more to say. And she was like, listen, you guys, we're here spending the same time and space together. She goes, you can make more money. You can fucking get a new car if you don't like your car, quit your job if you want to quit your job. But what you can't get is more time.
Which is something you and I have been talking about a lot lately. And I feel like I hear a lot of other people also bringing it up constantly. That is a hot topic. This idea of time, is like, we don't have it. We don't know. Tomorrow we could wake up and not not wake up.
Oh gosh.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I know a couple old timers that you say like, hey, it's good to see you. It's good to be seen.
It's all the geezers that I play pickleball. When I say good morning to them, they are like, you have no idea.
Let's see what else is. Yeah, right. It's like, I'm alive. So Michelle, we went to New York. Anthony, I had to babysit him one night because he had a mistake. He was on Barf Watch 2025.
Oh, no, Anthony. What were you doing? What did he do?
Because we don't drink a lot now that we're in Chicago. Not that now that we are here. We just don't drink as much on a regular basis. So he came out to play.
Well, it was a good night. I mean,
it was a good day. We were drinking, we have a couple drinks during the day, but then what Anthony does, and I don't realize it,
sneaks something.
He's drinking. He has like a cocktail, and then he's got a couple glasses of wine. Then we're winding down. He's like, hey, have half of that edible.
Oh, that's the point.
I don't know how many times I got to tell people out there, do not drink a lot of booze and then eat an edible because you're going to barf.
And so there was no barfing though.
He was holding on to the oh shit handle. With both hands. I mean, it was a smooth ride home too. There was no bumps in the road. He was holding on for dear life. And I was like, are you okay? And at one point I just saw him staring outside.
Oh no, he was focusing.
And I'm like, what's going on?
Oh, fuck. There's nothing worse. Well, I have to say, Anthony, you were on Barf Watch 2025. I went ahead and performed my second sober as a judge.
Dude, how's that going?
Sober as a judge.
Are you a recovered alcoholic?
Apparently. I'm in recovery. People
are congratulating you. People that listen to our podcast are like, Michelle, good luck on your journey.
It's a hot topic. I wrote about it in my most recent newsletter. I mean, I'm doing it. I feel like some of my band, I thought my bandmate, Tim, our fiddler, was inspired. I thought he was inspired because at one of our practice, he was like, you've inspired me. He's like, I'm just drinking water tonight. And then on Saturday night, he was like, I think you need to get drunk. And I was like,
he said that to you?
Yeah. I was like, fuck you, Tim. How is it going? I think it's going great. I feel amazing. I don't miss it. I don't crave alcohol. It's always, as I get older, it feels worse for me.
Isn't that the truth?
I am enjoying cannabis at a reduced rate as well. I'm just reassessing my situation. I'm cleaning up my act a little bit, all in the name of
what?
Well, I would like to live a long, healthy life, and I don't know. I just am like, I can do this. This is fine. I feel good, and it has been, and I feel amazing.
I feel like a turning point for you too was that one day that. Maybe it was 2 days, you were practicing with the band, and then the next day we recorded and you were dragging ass.
I felt like shit and barely drank. it's not like I was powering
Yeah,
down.
it's not like
I
you were
wasn't
getting
drinking
hammered.
a half, like
what was
six,
it? Like you had a drink and it just gave you
whiskey,
a headache. Yep.
And I had like a watered down sipper over the course of like 4 hours, maybe. I thought I was going to die.
Ew.
Die.
Gross.
I'm like, no, I don't need it.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And do you feel any of the pressure because people will say like socially, if everyone's drinking, is anyone asking you why you're not drinking?
No.
Or do you not care if people ask? Are you sharing that you're not drinking? Like, what's this look like for you?
It depends on the situation. In some situations I have shared that I am not drinking. In other situations, I'm just like going to a restaurant or a bar and I'm following the lead of my friend who really liked to throw down in the before times. And he has, some of our listeners know, he suffered a health crisis. He made some major changes and now he doesn't drink at all. And I'm like, I do the club soda route, and Ryan and I laugh now because he's like, let's go. You want to go get a drink? And he looks at me and he's like, I'll get a beer and you'll get a club soda.
Cheap
And
date.
I'm like, look at our bill.
I know.
I'm actually saving you money. You can never say that I'm expensive.
You know, I had one of the best martini I've ever had in my life was this past weekend in New York.
Why? What made it so good?
I know why. Anthony's off camera. Anthony, what was the name of that vodka? Chopin. I usually do Belvedere.
Right?
I have no idea.
Yes, I should know that.
Well, that's the vodka that they used. They didn't have Belvedere, and I won't do Kettle One anymore or Absolute. So now I'm getting a little pickier over my vodka.
Yeah.
But it was the brine of the olive brine that they were using. They had the olives that they had in there were these like big ass green ones. You know, there was no pimento, no blue cheese.
You know what?
So
I
it's
don't
kind of
like what I see in an olive.
What?
I don't like when I see
what.
I don't like when I see like a slivered almond.
Because it looks like a fingernail.
It looks like a toenail. It looks like grandma's toenail.
Don't talk dirty about grandma like that.
But it's her toenail.
Well, grandma had thick toenails by the end. When you get older, they do that.
I know. Cashews.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. I'm sorry. Go
but
back
Michelle
to your amazing drink.
Michelle picked off all of her toenails last night. She text messaged me and she said, wait, what was it? I said
I ripped off all my toenails. Summer is officially over. Happy fall, y'all.
Because the point being is that she's not wearing sandals anymore.
Yeah, Uggs and gym shoes. Yep, Uggs, gym shoes and boots. And then what a stupid mistake that was.
Why?
Because we have a photo shoot on Friday and I have a shower next week.
Oh, good for you.
So I'm going to have bandaged toes. It's not good. Back to my martini cocktail.
So it was the brine. But in any case, it was just fantastic. They've actually won awards. It's this restaurant called Maison Premier.
Yeah.
It was like French seafood, oysters, whatever. It was just great. Yeah, you would have loved it.
Yum.
And when I finished that martini, just for about a half a second, I was like, do I get another one? And I'm like, if I get another one,
you'll be on Barf Watch 2025.
We'll be holding each other's hair back, or I'll just feel like shit the next day. And I didn't. The last thing I wanted was to be hungover in New York when we were doing all this shit. So point being is you are dry and I'm still sticking to my one. You're like, what's her name? What's her name from freaking SNL? When she's like, feline AIDS is the number one killer. Cat.
Oh my God,
I also was able to see our good friend, one of our oldest friends, Bridget McGuire.
Oldest and dearest.
She and our friend Meredith, we also hung out with a lot. Bridget will be opening for us at Zany's. So we were, shooting the shit about that. We were really going like 90s nostalgia.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I think like when I say the 90s, I get horny.
Well, because those times, those simple times. Just, it was a time free to roam. Yep. Free roaming was a thing.
Free roaming.
We left in the morning and came home when there was dinner on the table.
I read an article recently about the young kids and their addictions to phones and how youth sports and phones have risen in kids' lives because parents were so scared of the kidnappings and the bad things that can happen if kids go to the park by themselves. At least if they're on a soccer team, they've got all the chaperones, all the other kids, and at least if they're home on their phone, they're being watched and they're at home.
Oh my
it's
God.
wild.
The leading with fear part does bother me.
Well, that's the thing.
I kind of thought that the uptick in the sports was a way to counter the device addiction.
And I think it is, but it also, I think they all
I can see how it goes hand in hand. That sucks,
It's
dude.
crazy.
We did not have that. Well, with Bridget McGuire, all we were doing was creating, making,
Isn't that cool though? And that, look what we're doing now.
And now we're doing a full circle.
Yeah, she's a stand-up comedian living in New York City, coming in for the show. She's also got her amazing show.
Yep.
So, and that's on September 11th. If it's not sold out, you guys, Ballet Flats for Dinner, go to her show at Zany's.
Did you say September 11th?
Uh-huh.
Okay, yep.
And then our show's on October 4th. But look back then we were young kids creating like show tunes in our garage.
Oh my God.
Plays
Every
and
minute.
clubs, and we're still creating.
We were climbing.
We've never lost that dream.
And when we weren't acting and singing and putting on shows, we were diving in dumpsters at the end of the school year, digging books out of the dumpsters that the teachers threw away. And then Katie, Bridget's older sister, and I, we were going setting up a classroom at the McGuire
And
house.
we would be,
and
you guys
were our
we
pupils.
were pupils.
You were our pupils.
But I'm also thinking about, there was a family that lived down the block that there was a rumor that they were nudists. Remember?
Oh,
the
yes,
nudists?
I do.
And I think basically the young girl that lived there probably saw her mom or dad walking around naked.
Which isn't abnormal.
No, it's not at all. But,
just in our family where we were told to cover up. And then at one point we finally were like, sorry, we have boobs.
Sorry that I've got cleavage.
I have
should I
titties.
chop them off? What's going on?
What am I supposed to do with these things?
And so she probably saw her parents naked.
told
us. And we were like,
rumor spin.
And then we started.
Rumor mill. Yep. They left town. They left quiet middle of the night.
We had that. It was such a cast of characters living on that block. It was the Burbs. It was the
Burbs in real time every day.
Every fucking day. There was the kidnapper down the block that wasn't.
Honestly,
and then, remember trick-or-treating where the guy had the mason jar, and you'd have to put your hand in the mason jar to collect coins?
Yeah, I do.
And at one point our hands got like too big. And then there was like another rumor that he wants your hand to get stuck.
Oh, wow.
So he could bring you in.
We were the rumor miller spinners. We were working hard at work.
We had a neighbor named the Millers.
Yes, we did. And they had a dog named Sparky that used to get out of the house.
It was a Boston Terrier.
It was an absolute maniac. That thing would open the door. You'd hear Sparky. And then that thing would sprint like a greyhound to the St. John of the Cross parking lot and terrorize all of the kids during recess. Yep.
Really
I will never forget Sparky.
Oh my God, I remember this. Oh my God.
I mean, we had a friend who had a neighbor who had a turtle named Turt talk about free roaming.
Tammy.
Turt.
Hey, Tammy, are you listening? I wonder if Tammy tunes in.
I wonder if she does. And if she does, remember Turt? That thing used to free roam.
Oh my
That thing could still be alive.
It probably can be. It probably can be. Now, so Bridget, who we're talking about, she'll be here at our show, and she's going to dive into, I think, some Massarella McGuire nostalgia. So it should be good.
A perspective different than our own.
So Michelle, while we were driving when we were flying back from New York, I came across our hot topic and I was like, okay, I think that this is what we're going to talk about. And as I saw this article, I began to get annoyed. And the article was titled, "Do you get annoyed?"
And I know you do.
Yeah, I've been working on it.
I know you do.
Why are you wagging your finger at me? Okay.
Because I'm on camera.
So sometimes I do. But in this case, so this is like an Oprah Daily article, just a real quickie.
Did you bust this one out in your Apple News app? Is that where you found this?
Yes. I love, that's where I try to look for some of our hot topics. And I was like, well, once I saw pre-annoyed, I was like, that sounds like something I might be sometimes. But as I'm like literally reading this article, I start to get I'm in the airplane. And I start to get we landed and I kind of get pushed to the side and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And all of a sudden now the plane is just got to the gate.
Okay.
And someone from behind me.
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Someone behind me.
Racing to the front.
I don't know
where they going. 2 inches? Were they going 2 inches in front of them?
So what happens is it's a woman and her son was probably 18 to 20 years old.
Okay.
And he had a mask on. So, you never know what someone's issue or situation is, rather.
Totally.
And I'm all here for a polite, excuse me, we have to get him off the plane. Okay, please, by all means, I don't fucking care. Go ahead. I got nowhere to be.
Beat it.
Right? Go. And also, if you say, excuse me, I'm here, just go for it. I don't care. But I never got the excuse me. I just got bumped in my seat. And then they really started pushing their way through. And there was a guy that was sitting like kitty corner on the opposite side from me, and he was not having it. He stood up, and he was like 7 feet tall. So he just stands up and he stops the people from behind him.
Oh, he blocked?
He blocked them, and he let his row go out first. He helped the woman, and the older woman that sat next to him, he grabbed her things. Really, it was just normal airplane etiquette.
Yes, totally.
So he grabs it, and I'm watching this, and all of a sudden the mom behind her son, who's right next to me, goes, "Excuse me," to the guy. "You've bumped into my son. The least you could do is say excuse me to him." And I almost I was like, "Lady, honey, you pushed your way through everybody. You guys have knocked into me. I haven't said a peep about you guys saying excuse me, okay?" So this guy looked at her, kind of just minded his own business. He was my hero.
I mean, honestly, that's like a lesson in a proper, like, controlled response.
He kept his cool, but he also was like, "I'm not fucking giving in to you guys being assholes right now."
Totally.
So everyone goes, and then the mom was trying to get ahead of me, and I was like, "Go for it, by all means. Like, I'm not in a hurry. You can go ahead." And now she then holds the whole airplane up because she's trying to navigate 2 of her suitcases.
Yep.
And she's like, "Oh, my daughter should be here with me. She's behind us." And I'm like, "I'm not going to rush you. You take your time. Like, if you need to do, whatever you got to do." And she was literally holding everyone up now behind her. And I was just kind of like, that is something that I would get pre-annoyed by. In the past, I'd be like almost ready to like kind of get annoyed by someone who's going to cut in front of me. And now I was just kind of, I was annoyed by it. I was annoyed more by her being rude to the guy that didn't say excuse me after they bumped into everybody.
I think that's valid.
So what I thought about was this article. And what's interesting is that this doctor, his name is, where are you? Carrington. Doctor, her name, Jody Carrington. She has a PhD and she's a psychologist. And she's also the host of a podcast called Unlonely. And she talks about how pre-annoyance is a very real thing that kind of can strike at any moment. Like if you're going somewhere, like you're already pre-annoyed by knowing that you might have to sit next to a stranger on the airplane, or pre-annoyed by traffic you might run into, or pre-annoyed by someone you're going to see. Like they're already annoying me. So she offers 3 steps to keeping your cool. And the first is to acknowledge the anticipated grievance.
Okay.
Which I kind of like that. It's like, okay,
you're accepting it. It's
bring
like
it in.
Yep. Welcoming
Anticipate it and be like, this is my grievance and why. Second, prepare a strategy for when you feel the tingling of the annoyance start in your body. So right here, I'm thinking, okay, this is mindfulness.
Totally. I guess I was going to say, this is mindset.
Yeah, this
101.
is mindset, perspective shift. And then she talks about, so for example, dropping your shoulders and having a mantra. This is temporary. I love that she used this. This will end soon. I have ice cream back home in the freezer.
I love that. Light at the end of the tunnel. Something to look forward to.
And then the third is find a silver lining that brings you joy. And so when I was thinking about this situation, my silver lining was very Mr. Rogers. Have you ever heard when Mr. Rogers says, like in a time of distress?
Yeah, find the helpers.
Find the helpers.
Yeah.
That tall man that stood up.
Yeah.
That was my silver lining.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That guy letting the old lady go ahead of him as he should have.
Yeah.
And
that was like your ticket, your like chance to be like shoulder drop. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
I was like,
I'm
okay.
good.
And I was like, Anthony, this is my hero. But this brings me to my question to you, Michelle. What do you have pre-annoyances about?
Well, there's been a big pre-annoyance. It's been this kind of looming pre-annoyance that's been like dangling over my head as my 2 juniors started their first week of school. And it's that this inundation, this onslaught, this just barrage of college prep, ACT, all the things. Who you going to hire? How's the essay going to go? What day is the test? all
And
the
this is
people.
just so to get into college.
Yes, this is the.
So this starts junior year.
This starts.
Did it start junior year for us?
I don't think a person talked to me about college until I met with my counselor one time, and he said, "You're not going to get in anywhere." Literally, I feel like that was the help that the conversation that I had. My friends and I have all been talking about it. We're like, did anybody? Did you write an essay? No. So it's just like, again, we're in this information world where everything is
like so
front and center. There's
much.
so much. And I am having to mentally like adjust my mindset and be like, this is the deal. I can't change this. Like my kids want to go to college. So that's the path we're going to pursue. And there, as a parent, is going to be some things that they're going to have to know and prepare for and do the legwork. But it's just the constant.
Is it annoying?
It's annoying as shit.
Yeah.
It's never ending.
It's never ending.
It's never and I give Killeen, my bestie, I'm like, she sometimes goes radio silent in these conversations, and she'll tell you, she's like, because it's fucking annoying, man. I don't want to talk about it.
It's like, what's the point?
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. I was thinking about things that annoy me, and I know, but this is the thing though, like, what?
Oh, go ahead.
The first one.
Am I on your list?
No, no. People that fucking litter. Like that for me, that's not a pre-annoyance, but listen, if you're driving down 290, be prepared to see someone
like
chuck a McDonald's bag. Like what?
Like what are you doing?
I have imagined in my mind pressing my foot on the gas pedal and smashing my car into theirs just to be like, you're an asshole.
In my younger days, when I was not the stoic that I am trying to be today. Yes, thank you. Call me Ms. Aurelius. It's Ms. Aurelius to you. I have stupidly called people out on the way home from work. I've been like, you're a fucking loser.
No, you can get a cap in your ass.
Yeah, and we don't want that.
And we don't want the
National Guard's coming, so we're going to be
pre-annoyance right there.
Oh,
like here, let's talk about that. This I don't know.
Fear
is
mongering.
It a threat or a promise? I don't know or what it is. But this whole like bring the National Guard to the city of Chicago, like shit goes down in a city. Like, let's be honest.
But what's even more annoying though is the people that don't live in the city that are so fearful of this danger zone and on the text threads and the Facebook posts.
You got text threads people talking about this?
I meant like the Facebook
like a comment
messages.
section.
I'm like, oh, is your life
like Larry
disrupted?
from Lombard? You're fine.
You're a loser.
Yeah, you're fine. Larry
get
from
on the
Lombard.
Nextdoor app and go bark up somebody else's tree in the burbs. You big
yeah.
weenie.
I mean that's kind of a pre-annoyance because it sets a tone for my city where we live and where you come down to.
Yeah,
it just it's fear.
I just want to put it out there that I come down here fairly often. You live here, and I have to say, lovely city.
I mean, listen, I was walking not far from my house. It is lovely. It's a beautiful city. Shit happens. But this is the thing. If your head is down in your phone and you're not looking around, then shit does extra happen because you're not being vigilant and aware of your surroundings. About 2 weeks ago, I saw some sus behavior and I saw behavior of very much so scouting people walking by. Okay. And I turn around and I go near a house that I know my friends are at. And, I just and that's just called being mindful. Like it's always
everywhere. Have you ever been to Rome? Yes, you have.
Didn't someone just like pull out a gun in Mariano's down in LaGrange?
Bad shit happens in the country, AKA the suburbs.
The country. So yeah, that's kind of a pre-annoyance because it's just setting this tone for fear.
I got a pre-annoyance. Yeah. One of my pre-annoyances when I cook for my family.
Oh, okay.
All right. And I have to leave post-dinner because I've got practice or an event or something.
You know that what?
And I know.
They're not going to do the dishes.
And I know that those dishes are not going to be put away. That pre-annoyance is real. Yeah, okay. It looms.
Do you say to them, do the fucking dishes?
So this particular most recent pre-annoyance, I left. I didn't say anything.
Okay.
But I left pre-annoyed because I made a conscious decision. I'm like, I'm not going to say anything.
Why?
Because I do.
I
vocalize.
Okay.
But I wanted to see. Okay. But I left and I knew. And when I came back at 11 o'clock at night, thankfully, I was sober as a judge, so I wasn't bopping around the kitchen just trying to find my way to my room. I was like, well, I'm fucking pissed off. So I took a couple of pictures of the sink.
Oh, I like
and
this.
I sent
to your family text thread
complaint to our thread.
Oh,
How rude.
yes.
I cook for you. It only takes you 10 minutes to clean
And
up.
it took you an hour to cook.
You know how I know how short of a time it takes to clean up?
Because you did.
Because I clean up after every meal I make for you. How rude.
And so did they say next time we'll do it?
Everybody, but I got one challenger in the house.
What was the challenge?
So Will is like, my bad, I suck, whatever. Next day he's like, I'm putting this away, whatever.
Yeah.
Mia, she gave an amazing excuse. I was like, you're on my fucking poo-poo list, number one.
Me and I are so like.
And Ryan.
My poo-poo list.
Yep, she's on my poo-poo list. And then there's Ryan, who is like, the noise that you were making last night when you came home kind of woke me up. You could have, and I was like, and you're a dead man now too, because the only thing that you should say right now is, I'll be better.
That's it.
Yeah.
Not you woke me up last
I was
night.
loudly clanking your bet your ass I was being Animal from the Muppets while I was putting the dishes in the dishwasher on purpose at 11:30 at night.
I love him. What's his name? What is his name?
Animal. I was literally throwing things as loud as I could, trying to piss people off.
Is my favorite Muppet.
And the
Although
other,
I like Kermit.
But who was the Muppet? Was Animal?
What about Gonzo with the dick nose?
I didn't love him. I didn't love him. Shocker. I did love, who was the Muppet in the kitchen? That was the chef.
Oh,
that was
the cute little guy.
Whipping the flour
He had
everywhere.
like the orange. Oh, no, the bigger guy.
Was his name
they were
Beaker?
Beaker. I think there were two of them. One was long, skinny head, and then there was like a more round, robust one.
Are you confusing Bert and Ernie?
No.
I'm
not confusing Bert. My old knees. Oh, I gotta stretch my legs. All right. Well, Michelle, I think knowing your pre-annoyance of the dinner sitch or of the dishes, you can now kind of plan ahead.
Yeah. I'm going to map it out. I'm going to have a better mindset.
Can you keep us posted on this? I think we, as the listener, myself included, I'm more curious about the dishes than your sober journey.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. There's going to be some cleanup. It'll go on for a couple weeks, maybe a month, and then that'll die off. And it'll be back to me being like, hey, I know everybody has a really short memory here, and you guys forgot that if I'm not home to clean up after your asses.
I like when your kids complain if you go out of town and they're like, Lolo, mama can't go out of town with you. We'll just eat frozen pizzas. I'm like, it's fucking food, dude. Like, I know it's not Michelle's cooking.
But you know what? Me going out of town is a reminder of them.
How much they need you.
They take me for granted.
Yeah, a little
bit. It's amazing. I'm like, see ya, suckers.
God
the
bless.
Old pizzas in the freezer.
Pizza. What kind of pizzas do you guys do?
I don't know, whatever Ryan picks up. I mean, it's
because some are better than others. Okay, we're not committed to like a DiGiorno.
No.
I used to love home running pizzas.
I love them. My kids don't, which is why we don't get them.
Yeah, I like the crust.
Butter crust.
Yes, it's so good.
Agreed.
All right, Michelle. Now, as we navigate our way into reading, watching, and listening to, I'm reading nothing. Well, I'm still working on a book. Dude, I'm still reading my Ku Klux Klan book. I thought it was like 70% the way through. What? I'm only 30% through.
Oh, wow.
Because I only read at night when I'm like falling asleep.
Which is okay.
But it's fine.
You know what? At least you're reading.
That's what I said.
Because it's a dying pastime.
You guys, our dad sent us an article that said literally the joy of reading is falling by the wayside.
So we need to bring that back.
Which is why we keep talking about books.
It is an empathy teacher. It is the most incredible way to relax.
There's so much.
Yeah.
So what are you reading? Because I'm not reading.
So this was my second attempt at this book. I just wasn't I was listening.
Oh, I read this.
The God of the Woods by Liz Moore, which so many people recommended it. You loved it.
I loved it. I think that people have either a love, a like, or I could have done without that one.
I mean, it took me, I would say, about 100 pages.
I agree.
To get into it.
Pages to get into that
just to set it up. This takes place in 1975. A 13-year-old girl named Barbara Van Laar disappears from her family's summer camp. And this is in the Adirondack part of New York. But what is interesting is her brother was
Bear, right?
Yes, went missing 14 years prior. And that case was never closed. Like, it's unsolved.
You're making this sound like a true story, which is very compelling.
I know, but it's not.
But
it's a novel. It's a novel, guys. But it's so I'm just like, now I'm to the point where they're going back and revisiting bears.
Yes.
And
then her mom, there's a lot.
Oh, so I
loved it. Let us know what you think about it towards the end.
It's definitely like, I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to go to bed to open my book.
And it's a good summertime, like that kind of like cozy New York camp vibe. I'm here for it.
Totally.
Okay, watching. Dude, I watched an awesome scary movie. You would not watch this movie, I don't think, in a million years.
I wouldn't.
But I saw the preview months ago when we went to go see another film in the theater. And I knew based on the vibe of the trailer that I was like, this is my speed. And we're going to watch it. And for my horror movie, scary movie fans out there, you got to watch Wolfman. So first of all, it stars Julia Garner from Ozarks, which I saw her in The Weapons, the blonde.
Is she the curly blonde with the country girl?
Yeah, I love her.
Okay,
she's a wonderful
amazing actress.
So she was great in this. And also Christopher Abbott, he was in Poor Things, but I actually remember him most from Sinner with Jessica Biel. He was in that show. Basically, it's kind of like a werewolf movie. There's this term that you probably won't be... You guys, our grandmother's friend at the nursing home used to do that. She would stick out her tongue and blow it at us. I hated it. So nursing home Nancy's here. Why do you do that?
I just wolf man. That's why. I'm turning into mom. I'm turning into our grandma's friend.
So it's so good though, because it's scary. It's like at one point was like holding a pillow being like scared. And that's what I want. Yeah. And it's not like gory. Now there's a term that my friend Maggie kind of turned me on to, and I didn't realize this is what it was called, but it's called body horror. Body horror is like when films have parts of the movie where the body is doing gross, scary things. So anytime a man,
like the contorting,
that kind of stuff. Exactly.
Yeah, no, I don't. You're
not
need
into
any
it.
of that. No,
but
no,
I want
no.
I know like Jean, our friend Jean from Pickleball. She's a horror movie fan, and this I just want to throw it out there because the season is coming for spooky times, and if you want a good scary movie, watch Wolfman.
Okay.
Moving on to listening to. You guys.
Oh my God.
So you guys, Michelle. Before we recorded the show today, I was doing a video saying like, hey, it's me, Lauren. I don't know why, but I was just like, I produced the show. Oh, there's Anthony.
Yep.
He does camera.
And then there's
lighting. And then I go, and then there's Michelle. She does the little things.
Yeah.
Why did I say that?
And I was like, I'm pretty sure I'd be considered a producer of this production.
Michelle is not only the producer, like a co-producer, she is the troubleshooter where I give up and walk away when technical problems arise.
Useless as tits.
I'm as useless. I went to the dishes.
I was like, what is she doing? She's having a coffee. I was like, stay calm. Don't lose your shit. Everything's going to be fine. Lauren's fucking sipping a coffee.
It's so true.
Scrolling.
I was starting to get tired.
I know. I was like, don't worry. We got it. Just the person over here that does the little things.
Such big things. I'm so sorry I said that. But she has also brought more. You've been bringing more content for us too. Like you've been sharing some stuff with me. And most recently you were like, Lauren, you got to listen to TJ's podcast. So our friend TJ, he is the host and creator and producer and director of his podcast, the Sober Gay Guy Podcast, which now that you're sober,
now it's like we're aligned. So I need to go on his podcast.
You're not gay, but you're sober.
I'm going on.
Although in his podcast, he cracked me up because we're going to dive into what he chatted about. But he also said that he's like, we're going to talk about all the things, you guys, dicks, pussies.
I was listening to his podcast with Ryan on the way to one of Mia's soccer games. We were dying. I'm like,
because he is amazing.
He's the best.
So TJ's been podcasting like on and off for several years now. And he brought up the sister project because he said he was sharing in his podcast that this is the most recent podcast that he has recorded. So tune into it. That he was inspired to start a podcast because he loved listening to the sister project. And then he was like, I want to do this. I want to be in the same space.
Yeah. And he is and he can.
And he is and he can. And he is so fucking good. And his voice, it's I get from him what people have said about us. Mm-hmm. You kind of feel like you're sitting down next to him, chatting with
100%.
And TJ brings so much vulnerability and honesty.
Totally honest.
And personal reflections and experiences into his podcast and his storytelling. so much authenticity, which that's not easy to do sometimes. And like, I've listened to plenty of podcasts where I'm like, I'm not into this person. They're not authentic, or I don't feel like it's real.
And that's how he was right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like he had to really like hone his craft.
No.
He just showed up as himself, and it hit
with
right
TJ,
out of the
that's all
gates.
he has to do.
But
he's so cute.
But
with his fucking blonde hair.
But
man.
the space and time from when we had heard his last podcast to now was in part because he was suffering from major imposter syndrome. He could not get out of his own way.
Yeah.
And I called Lauren and I was like, listen, we need to like, first of all, listen to this. And I want to say on air directly to TJ, like, ditch the fucking imposter syndrome. Forget about those bullshit thoughts that you have in your head. You've got it. He's so good at it. Just keep going.
And what comes through too is he loves doing it, and you get that when he's doing his podcast. Yep. And something else that I wanted to share here in regards to what he was sharing was this imposter syndrome. Last week, I was sitting there being like, I go through that myself.
Same.
On so many different levels, just being a human, whether it's being a good mom, being a good teacher, being a yoga teacher, being worthy enough to share a stage at Zany's. Like, all of these thoughts go through, I think, all of our heads. And I'm with TJ that once you start comparing yourself to everybody else,
you're sunk.
That's it. Game over.
Because the noise takes over.
Yeah. It's almost like you've got to shift from comparing to feeling inspired. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you see someone out there doing something that you love what they're doing, like, change the wording around or something. So instead of like, can I, it's, I want to be doing what they're doing or something.
And also what I think his friend Lisa Nadel said to him on his podcast that he was referring to, that this whole like, you're never gonna, just like TJ's never going to be Lauren and Michelle.
We're never going to be TJ.
There's only one TJ. There is only one TJ Booth. There is only one person that has lived his experience, that has his stories to tell, that has learned from all of the things that he's learned over the course of his lifetime. Forget about all the
Forget
other
about
things.
it.
Forget about it. Just do it.
We're in our Frunchroom. I want to invite him to my Frunchroom.
Oh, and we've invited. We're doing this.
Yeah, we're doing this.
TJ, this is the 100th time we're doing it.
Oh my God.
Us, we're doing it.
I love him. And I like to see an experience when people share the struggles of their creating. You know, my husband's a creator as well.
Yeah.
And there's so many voices, and you're looking what other people doing. And it's almost like you helped me too. I told you I had some insecurities a couple days ago about something, and you're like, eye on the prize. And it's just oops, okay. It was almost like I kind of veered off the road a little bit, and then I just spun that wheel back in place.
I mean, like, listen, like, I mean, this is the first time I'm going to say this, I think, on air. Like, we are going to write a book. And I'm going to tell you right now, like, there's a little bit of, like, I can feel like the bubbles of
because so many other people have written books,
you know, and I'm like, this is kind of scary. But then I'm driving up here to record with you, and I listened to this podcast, The Daily Stoic, and he was talking about procrastination and almost how if you consider procrastination as, I'm going to fuck this up.
It's okay, Mrs. Aurelius.
God damn it.
Well, save it for next time. Just put it in your back pocket.
The point is there might not be a next time. Forget about what you're thinking about and just
go. So all we got is now. It's kind of like full circle. What Axl from Guns N' Roses, you can't buy more time. You just go with the time that you got.
Yep.
So you guys, if you haven't yet, tune into Sober Gay Guy podcast.
Oh my God.
Our friend TJ. I love watching him create, and I'm so excited to see who his next guests are and what he's going to share about.
I know. I love listening to him talk.
His voice is amazing.
He's just great all around.
He makes me laugh. Dicks and pussies.
Here for it. Bring it.
You guys, before we get to our week's simple pleasure, and boy, do I have one to share with you guys, we have some housekeeping. We've moved our housekeeping down to the latter part of the show.
Yeah, we're doing a couple of shifts.
We're just
here.
doing some things.
New show, new us.
Yeah.
New vibe.
I'm a lesbian now. Just kidding.
You were, kind of.
You're sober.
I'm sober and you're gay.
And you used to be a raging alcoholic. Michelle's not an alcoholic. We should probably drop that joke because it is a serious thing for those that do struggle. But Michelle, you just made a decision.
Yeah, just cleaning up my act, guys.
All right. So speaking of cleaning up, we got housekeeping. So as you guys know, we have our show at Zany's on October 4th. Bridget McGuire, stand-up comedian. She will be opening for us. It's going to be so fucking funny.
I can't wait.
Tickets are in show notes, so grab them now. It's at the Rosemont location. And I want to thank our sponsors because, Michelle, we did something a little different this time around for the show. We teamed up with some mostly local businesses to so we can elevate their brand.
Yes.
And,
and we want people
these
to
are
know
people
about
that we
them.
love.
We love them. We love what they do. We love what they're putting out there. So we were like, this is an amazing opportunity for you guys to get your shit out in front of our audience.
Absolutely. And let's go ahead and name some of them.
Name them.
Pickleball head over there.
Oh my God. Net game. Folks. Hello, Jill and Dorothy. If you picklers out there haven't ventured over to Net Game, well, you shall, but you're going to learn more about them because they're sponsoring our event. We're going to talk all about them for the coming weeks.
And if you're looking to maybe sell a house or buy a house, you're going to call Marty Dunn.
Yes, you are. Don't be stupid. Number one, because he's the most fun realtor.
Don't be stupid.
Because he's the most fun realtor.
That should be his new tagline.
Yeah.
Don't be stupid. Let me sell your house.
Oh my God.
He is so fun. And last but not least, if you have any legal woes or perhaps you want to start a new business, plan an estate.
Yep.
What is it?
It's called estate
planning, not
there
plan the estate.
No, you have the estate. And then what you're going to do is you're going to hire Stephanie Posey from Posey Law.
That's correct.
To swoop on in, and she's going to go help you plan
because there's nothing worse than leaving this earthly realm and everything's in shambles.
Been there with our mom.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Call Steph.
Mm-hmm.
And then last but not least, our most ultimate coziest partner who you guys have heard us talking about for a couple weeks now, Lizzie Selly. Lizzie Selly is our ultimate cozy partner. Lizzie, thank you so freaking much for teaming up with the Sister Project and allowing us to elevate her brand and her business and her art gallery and her art. So we have some stuff to tell you about Lizzie Selly that's coming up. There's an event coming up on September 6th and 7th. That is this very weekend. It is the West End Arts Festival. It's in LaGrange and it's over on like Stone Avenue in Burlington.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle, do you frequent it?
I've gone to it a few times. I fully intend to go to it. I can't wait.
Yep. And so that's from 10 to 5 on Saturday and Sunday. The fair is going to exhibit. They're going to be showcasing 60 fine artists. Wow. There's live music. There's kids activities. There's so much more. And it's a really great opportunity to see like what Lizzie and her gallery and the artists that she work with is all about. What you want to know too is if you mention the Sister Project, you will get a little, like that's at a different, no,
that's it.
Yes,
that's at the West End.
That's at the West End. Mention the Sister Project and she's got a little gift for you guys. Now, also that you should know about Lizzie Selly is that you can go into her art gallery and something that we've shared before, and I love this, kids are welcome. So if you got a toddler like I do,
bring them.
Let her know. All you got to do is call her up and make an appointment. You can call or text her at 952-270-1421. And what I also love that she does, she'll come to your house and like kind of peruse your walls space. You've got a lot. And she can help you find cool things from local artists, from her art, from her collection.
I've made my appointment. I am going to visit her gallery.
Oh my God, cool.
We're going to gather some things
and
that
I'm
like attracted to. And then she is going to like the Mary Poppins of like art.
Yeah, she's going to bring him in a big duffel bag.
She's going to pull out a giant lamp, like a floor lamp and maybe an umbrella. And then she's going to pull like a piece of art and we're going to test some spots.
I'm going to come over when she does this.
Okay.
Now, all you have to do is get on her email list as well, you guys, to make sure that you know all about her upcoming events. So LizzieSellyStudio.com. It's LizzieSellE studio.com. And also follow her on Instagram at LizzieSelly_studio. And lastly, save the date, October 11th. Cozy Up with Color. It's Lizzie's fall open house. It's 1 week after our Zany's performance.
Love it.
So Lizzie, thank you again for being one of our top tier sponsors.
Yes.
We love you. We love supporting our small businesses and whatnot and locally and around town. All right, Michelle, to close up things here.
Yes.
Your simple pleasure for the week.
Oh my God. Are you ready for
Yes.
this? Okay. It is, well, now that the summer crematorium has
I love
ended,
it. It was so hot.
we are sleeping with the windows open and actually feeling a bit chilly
I know.
under the blankets.
There are these great TikToks, and I don't know why, but it's a couple like Black TikTok creators, guys, who talk about like the thrill of hopping into bed and like throwing the covers over them and then like squiggling around because they're
and the cricketing,
rubbing their feet.
We call it cricketing in our house, which I think is like stimming. I think it's like a thing. Yes, it's a thrill.
These guys do it, and I love it because I'm like,
everyone
this is so relatable.
Everyone,
it's so relatable.
So relatable.
My simple pleasure was traveling by flight without a toddler. I love bringing Luna on our adventures, especially our longer adventures. But it was nice to just sit there, close my eyes, pass out, wake up.
Isn't it just it's
because listen, when you sit down in an airplane with a kid,
you're working,
snacks,
you're working,
iPad, my Yodo, give me something to listen to, and I'm just like,
let's take a stretch.
Here, it's a lot. Yeah, no,
enjoy.
So it was wonderful,
pleasure, right
simple
there,
pleasure.
God.
So you guys, with that being said,
oh my God,
wow, we did it after a good 2.5 hours of getting things right and wrong. We did it in our full elevated Frunchroom home studio.
Love it.
You guys, thank you so much for listening to Cozy Conversations with the Sister Project. Listen, don't forget, subscribe, follow, leave us a motherfucking
guys,
review.
we're having a bit of a review drought.
Yeah, come on.
Get on it.
And last but not least,
stay cozy with.